बाबा कहते हो यही बच्चे मेरे ताज तुम्ही, नैन के नूर लाडलो मेरी आवाज तुम्ही, मेरी दुनिया में तेरे दम से उजाला है, तुम्हारे साथ का अनुभव बड़ा निराला है।
शरीर मुझे पाठ बजाने के लिए मिला है तो ये पाठ बजा रहा हूँ। वास्तव में मैं आत्मा इस देह से न्यारी उस निराकारी दुनिया परम धाम निवासी हूँ। परम धाम निवासी आत्मा की क्वालिटी, परम धाम निवासी आत्मा की क्वालिटी वह बिल्कुल पवित्र आत्मा, शुद्ध आत्मा, उसमें कोई भी प्रकार का की अशुद्धि नहीं रहती है। और मैं सर्वशक्तिवान परम पवित्र परमात्मा पिता की संतान, मैं आत्मा भी ऐसी ही परम पवित्र हूँ। तब तो बाप के साथ साथ परम धाम में निवास करती हूँ। इतना ऊंच विचार अपने को इतनी ऊंचाई में हम ले जाते हैं, जितना हमारा ये विचार पावरफुल रहेगा, निरंतर बना रहेगा, जितना हम इस स्मृति स्वरूप में रहेंगे तो बीच बीच में हमें ऐसा आभास होगा जैसे देह में होते भी देह का भान नहीं है। देह में है पर जैसे कि हमें उसका स्पर्श नहीं है। उसके स्पर्शता से अपने को परे अनुभव करेंगे। लेकिन तब जब ऐसी स्मृति हमें बनी रहेंगी, ऐसा सिमरन हमारा बार बार अंदर में चलता रहेगा, यह अंतर्मुख रहने से तीसरी बात अंतर्मुखता, एकाग्रता, स्थिरता और अंतर्मुखता। जितना जितना हम अंतर्मुखी रहेंगे, क्योंकि जब हमें अभी और कोई भी कार्य नहीं है जिसके लिए हमें बातचीत करने की आवश्यकता पड़े, जितना हम मौन में रहेंगे, मौन केवल बाहर का नहीं, चलो कोई जरूरी काम पड़ा, हमने धीरे से मुख से काम भी ले लिया, लेकिन अंदर में वह न्यारेपन की स्मृति, जैसे अभी आज आपको अभ्यास कराया गया है फरिश्तापन की स्टेज का, ऐसे किया है ना। तो फरिश्तापन के स्टेज में जो जो बातें आपको बताई गई है, चलते फिरते उठते बैठते हम अपने में उसका अभ्यास चालू रखें, देखें हमें उससे क्या क्या फील होता है, महसूस क्या होता है।
निराली शान है, दिल तख्त पर हमें रख लिया, खुद से ऊंचा मान देकर नाम दिल पर लिख लिया। ताज तख्त और तिलक की हमको अमर जागीर दी, ताज तख्त और तिलक की हमको अमर जागीर दी, जिंदगी जीने की हमको एक नई तदबीर दी आपने बाबा हमें।
Om Shanti. Have love for solitude and imbibe unity and concentration. Reveal the form of power of your gathering. Bab Dada wants every child to be seated on the seat of a stable and elevated stage, to be in solitude, to be bodiless, to be one who establishes unity, to belong to the One, and to be an incarnation of economy. Understand each other's ideas and give them regard, while signaling one another. Have an exchange amongst you and reveal the form of power of your gathering, because the power of unity in your gathering will be instrumental in bringing the whole Brahmin family together in a gathering. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vyakti Parivar. Today's day 13. Have love for solitude and imbibe unity and concentration. Today's topic: reveal the form of power of your gathering. Now we'll listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Everyone is okay, happy, yeah, always together. Baba is saying power of gathering. Our gathering should be revealed now in the world. And Baba is telling us the method. There is a saying that in the name of peace, world is getting into pieces, right? Another piece, another piece, another piece. When we joined United Nations, there were only about 80 plus countries. And now there is 180 plus, because every time they make agreement, another separate country. From one country, there are 10 countries. So they say in the name of peace, they're making pieces, right? More divisions, more divisions. They think it's not division, independence, right? So, but Baba wants us to reveal our gathering that we all are interdependent, right? No one can, everyone is independent, but then interdependent, because we need some kind of cooperation for each other. I remember that when Caribbean service began, I was in Trinidad. So we start visiting people we knew. So there was this big man. He has a lot of chain stores in Trinidad. So when we went to say hello to them, what can I do for you? Can I offer something, contribution? No, we said, no, we are okay. He said, but everyone needs each other. So we said, we need transport, because when we go anywhere for service, we don't have transport. So he said, just now you said, we don't need anything. So you need something, no? Because generally when missionaries go to meet big people, they would come out with the check, because they feel they always come for asking for contribution. And when we say no, we won't take that. Then he said, and then because he was very known, we said, can we be in the media and get people know that we are here and something about Brahma Kumari? Okay, I will call television people, and he called everyone because he was very well known. So sometimes we do feel that we don't need, but we all need each other. And then we think of gathering, right? Cooperation and gathering. So Baba is saying, reveal the form of power of your gathering. Reveal that how we work together, right? Bab Dada wants every child to be seated on the seat of a stable and elevated stage. One is stage of mind, one is stage where we perform. So before we come on the stage, we have to have stage of mind. So Baba says that elevated stage, what is that? To be in solitude, that means with Baba, to be bodiless, and to be one who establish unity. And be with one, and to be an incarnation of economy and economy. I understand each other, we understand each other, understand ideas of others, and give them regard. Whatever people say, yes, respect them. So Baba says that while signal each other also, have an exchange amongst you, and reveal the form of the power of your gathering. Baba says, because the power of unity in your gathering will be instrumental in bringing whole Brahmin family together in a gathering. Try that everyone is happy, everyone is satisfied. They feel we are heard. So that it's a big gathering. And Baba says you have to reveal that. So many points to chant and practice so that you become an instrument which is known to bring everyone in family together. Family together, make everyone feel that they are part of the family. Right? So that's our homework for 24 hours. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome, Sister Luciana. So that's a great opportunity for us that as all instruments are here, welcome to Vikti Parivar. We don't get her, right? So here today, she's live with Didi and we'll be hearing their chit chat. Welcome.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you, Bhumi. It's a pleasure to be here with this beautiful gathering of angels.
And just introduce yourself a little.
I'm Sister Luciana. I've been in this knowledge for the past 45 years. This year I complete 46. I came very young to Baba in Brazil, where I'm staying till now, and have been coming to Madhuban every year, so I know many of you.
Very good. You want to say something on the topic and then?
Yeah, I was reading the Avyakt Signal this morning, and two things called my attention. One was about unity, which is a very big topic because we know that Baba says that unity is the foundation for golden age, right? And I thought, and maybe you can expand a bit about it, one of the ways for us to have this unity is to have complementarity in our specialties. Because instead of having jealousy or competition, I see your specialty, I see what you can do. And then I have self-respect in what I can do. And so instead of fighting, we just complement our specialties. Maybe you can say something, especially in service, especially in the center. We need that kind of complementarity.
I remember that Dadi Prakashvani used to say, competition, healthy competition is okay, but not a competition of that I should be ahead of this one, or that is because of jealousy, ego, whatever reason. And you are right when you're saying that always see where I am needed, which virtue is needed, and be cooperative. Because I like it that when I was going for foreign service, Didi Mohini told me, I want to see whole world together. So we have to create that unity. So I said, okay. So Dadi Janki was in London, our head. So I always feel that all the souls, those who come to Baba, should be connected with the roots. And Dadis are the roots. So many VIPs or anyone came in contact, I will tell them to go to London and meet Dadi Janki or be Dadi Janki every year. Anyway, travel it. So then we are now, divided into regions. Then we have RCs. And so I remember that 6 of us will meet Avyak Dada. After Dadis, we will go. But all, as Baba said, you all are together. That's the beauty. Because until now, we never argued. Even we have different ideas, we are different personalities. And understanding to an extent where you don't only look at the speciality, but we know limits of each other also. It's not weaknesses that some like solitude, some like people, some want to spend more time in this. Everyone, it's a variety, but it's like a bouquet. And because we are together, I will say 98% whole world, everyone is together. And then we created this, that, London, then there was New York, then was Hong Kong, few and other countries like Brazil. And so what our aim always had been to make everyone feel part of the whole world as one bouquet. So as I always say that, these all five fingers are different, right? And you hear that sometimes they have a fight. The thumb says, I am very important because without my stamp, then this finger says, I am important. This one is tilak, and different fingers. But when they are together, it's one hand. And it's by nature. I'm trying to lift something with one hand and it's heavy, other one will lift. So then you do it both ways. Even if you have to clap, you put together. So in nature, whether of human beings or in nature as elements, there is this natural quality of togetherness and cooperation. And I feel that all of us, and then when Baba is saying your gathering will be revealed, because these days in the world, you go for peace conferences, big conferences, there's always power struggle. People look for the seat and positions. But here people ask us that how are leaders selected or elected? Said we don't have elections, but we have selection. How it is done, what is qualification, because there is a very big top person from Sears came for one of the conference here. And he came to see me for 10 minutes, spend an hour to understand how our organization works, what is the system, how do you hire people. We don't hire, but he had so much interest to see how everything, why every department head is so honest, they work so hard. How do you get volunteers also, like he was kind of. So what Baba wants us in the world, even if it comes to big companies or anyone, they can appreciate our gathering and they can see what kind of dharana, what points we are inculcating, that our lives and our gathering is so strong, right? So definitely, as you said, it should be complementary, even if it's competitive, but then in a healthy way.
This week, Baba mentioned something about that envy and jealousy disturb a lot Baba service and relationships. And also, when we come to know about the scriptures that Baba described very much, like Ramayana, Mahabharata, and all of that, there is this seed of jealousy in all these stories, right? And even Baba mentions that it seems that it's a sanskar more identified with the female, with the sisters. So sometimes we listen that brothers have more difficulty with arrogance and sisters have more difficulty with this kind of jealousy. So, like, what is the seed of this? Is it lack of self-respect?
Yeah, I think that the story of Ramayana is about jealousy, but story of Bhagavad is about power struggle.
Yeah, but in this story also, how they do this with Draupadi and so on. There is also
that was
this.
last. Now, what happens that jealousy Yeah, it's true. They say no, two women, no house is big enough for two women. There is a saying because they always compare and all that. I mean, honestly, I never had kind of that, sanskar of jealousy. Never. I always thought everyone has their own fortune. I have my fortune. So if we look at, of course, self-respect, but our fortune too. Why I have to compare that this one has this, why can't I have? This kind of struggle. I mean, everything is from body consciousness, right? And as you said, lack of self-respect, definitely. As much we admire others and as much we feel happy about everyone's fortune, I think that's where you kind of become equal and, jealousy, or I always say bringing someone down, you will never be higher. I mean, I see every day these games happening to put this one down. And I am right, this is wrong. And Baba used to always say either both are wrong, both are right, right? So even recently one situation came that this person this one is like that. And after some times everyone knew this is the sanskar of other one to always complain. He was never able to get more than what he thought he will by putting other one down. So that day he came and I said, you have to look at him also in a higher, so that you are respected, right? And he kind of understood little bit. So you are true that whether because of ego, whether because of jealousy, making anyone down, and trying to say that I am better, I am doing this, I am doing this, doesn't bring the result. So I don't see, of course, brothers are, I don't know if there is no jealousy, but there is some
Competitive.
yeah, that means you are this, you are this, I mean, sanskars all have, whether it's brothers or sisters. And we all have to, as Baba said, Dadi Prakash Bari used to say, you have to be humble and you have to be respectful, and so that you are constructive. Because it's jealousy and ego, both are very destructive. You really destroy your fortune, the family, the gathering.
Yes, Dari Prakash Mani always used to tell us the example of the jalebi, the toli jalebi. She used to say that the jalebi, you have to prepare the dough, then you have to wait 24 hours for it to mature, then you have to fry in very hot oil, then you have to soak in the syrup, and then you have to squeeze for the excess of syrup to go out. And she used to say, if you want to be sweet and nice, you have to go through frying and squeezing and waiting, So it's like to bow, bow, bow. Didi, another aspect of the Avyakt signal of today, you have been mentioning this even now in Shantivan, in the teachers' meeting, you mentioned it yesterday, about solitude. Because, there is this tendency of some to retract, to come out from the community, to come out of the group. Is it because they are not willing to face their sanskars? Is it because a little tendency of depression? Is it because, they feel suffocated amongst many people? And now a kind of fashion of silent retreats, which is good. I myself have been in one or twice silence retreat. But how to balance this solitude, which is necessary, but also the importance of being in the community, not withdraw yourself.
Yeah, sometimes they mistake and See, solitude is not to separate yourself and just shut yourself in a room or not come out. But solitude in Hindi really means you and Baba, I and Baba. Going in the end of Baba means Baba is ocean, so I go into the bottom of the ocean. That is ekant, no, solitude. Ekant means finding the end of one, going in the depths of one, Baba as the ocean. But so I think it's say, when I go for my monthly clinic checkup, so they have a social worker. One of the column is, do you still enjoy socialization? Because they feel that if you are any treatment, you are going little bit like depression, then you don't want to see people, you don't want to face public, and they don't like that, and they kind of tell, keep to regular activity, go out, be with people. Then they feel that you are doing well. Otherwise, they feel that disease is affecting your mind somewhere and your social activity is reducing. Because in USA, they are very particular about certain things. Must be everywhere, but they have a form where you have to fill so many things. Are you still enjoying your food? Are you still enjoying this? Because they feel that if disease hasn't affected you, that means you are mentally very well and you still like to do things which
To feel alive, no?
Yeah.
To have some kind of pleasure in life.
I will definitely. I have never done silence retreat. I asked Dadi Janki. She said, I don't believe in this too. Because, I feel that silence is, as I explained yesterday, is integrated within your activity, integrated with balance between silence and sound. Like this time, one sister who went last year, she said, Sister Mohini, they ask you to surrender telephone, computer. And she is the person who had to be on computer for Baba's service in certain reason. So she said, can I still keep my computer? I said, see, you have a freedom. You can tell them. Telephone, you can, but I want to keep computer. They won't force you. That means there were some who were feeling that they still want to be little bit in action. So I said, I don't see any problem. So what I'm saying that they want to do solitude. I think there is one reason they don't get time when they are at center. So they say, I want time for myself. So this way, at least 5 days, I have nothing to do, no activity of that kind. And secondly, I think also somewhere they want to go deep in the self. I don't think majority I know from our region when they go, they really want to work on themselves, check themselves, which it could be good, right? But hide yourself, and I don't think that, I don't know, majority of people this time, about 50 of them were there. And I know many who went last time and now again, before coming here, they all went for 5 days. And I asked them, and they felt kind of internally free, that they don't have to get involved in things and so. But there might be some who want to just be alone.
Yeah, so to conclude what you have just shared, if the experience from silence comes once in a while so that you can go deep into yourself and maybe merge inside of the library of your life and to understand yourself, that it's fine. But if in your day-to-day life you try to withdraw from the family or the community, or just stay like inside of your house and don't speak much with people and so on, that could be a sign of something that you have unresolved in your mind, some depression or some even difficulty to relate to people. So what do you advise for these people? Should they force themselves to be into the community?
I think that some people hold things in their heart from the past or from someone. So I would suggest them to come out and relate to it. Maybe you cannot be in gathering, but at least whatever is in your heart, you should communicate it with one person. Or so when you communicate, you will be lighter. And when you are lighter, you will be able to be out and you will be able to get along with everyone. So I think this heaviness inside, I generally don't use word depression because a bit heavier, but I feel there is heaviness. And that is why Baba keeps saying double light, double light, double. So why he says this heaviness inside doesn't allow you to speak clearly or discern, and some or other you can't face people because of this inner heaviness. That's why I said when we renounce so much, then why to hold anything? Renounce that. If you need to communicate, communicate properly. You know, sometimes we cannot merge, but at least you can communicate. Everyone doesn't have capacity to merge, right? But I always say, tell, speak. And that is why laughing and talking and all that is very, very important. To express yourself and communicate, you know, is very important.
Yeah, do I have time for one more question or not? Yeah. Didi, also in the Aviac signal, it says a very important thing, which has been one of the main problems nowadays in the world, which is about concentration. There is a very important thinker. His name is Daniel Goleman. He is the person who created this terminology, emotional intelligence. And he says that the biggest problem that we have nowadays is lack of concentration. People have so much a scattered mind, and it became a disease in the world. So what is the reason for that? People not paying attention on themselves, too much computer and cell phone, too much social media, not going deep into understanding what is going on inside of themselves. How people, even the case, we have many cases of the case, how we reached to this point of lack of concentration.
You know, the big research had been done. What is the duration of concentration? Generally, they say maximum 2.5 minutes. So that is why when they create ads or something on me, they have to keep it very short, because people say even if about 3 minutes, they will be diverted. No, that means it's very little percentage of concentration. So I think that is why meditation is becoming very popular, because a lot of people, I think you must have heard a meditation which we call it, it was Me Too or something like
Mindfulness.
that. Huh?
Mindfulness.
Mindfulness. Now, what mindfulness was, because his guru was very sick and someone interviewed him, and what they're saying it, be at the present, because it's the past, it's the future. So some people really can't get rid of past from the mind, and some always think about tomorrow, next year, you know, even name of planning, but also their mind is. So if you make your mind what is at present, just be happy with present, deal with whatever is present. So going into past, present, get their mind very scattered. So that is why Baba says past is past, future is according to drama. So why you are plan everything, but then say whatever is in drama and be happy with that. You know, you do your best, but then whatever happened, don't keep kind of, you know, worry about that or blame anyone. Okay, now is past. I always say, what is next now? Like Baba says, no, Avyakt Bab-Dada always say, what is next? So same should be our attitude in life, which will help you to concentrate and be at present, good, accurate, but also happy. Okay.
Yeah,
Very
thank
good,
you.
very good. मुरली में जाना
Om Shanti. Thank you so much, Luciana Ben and Didi. It was a wonderful chit chat. And before I go through schedule for tomorrow, we have one more jewel with us, Madhava Nivasi, Brother Ram Chandraji, and he went to Kumbh Mela, he went to Ayodhya, and third one, Ayodhya, Kumbh Mela, and Banaras. So Didi wants him to share 5 minutes his experience being these three places. So we'll just give him 5 minutes. He can share about his experience and then we'll remember Baba. So the schedule for tomorrow is morning Amritvela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Then in the evening, Avikti Children Murli class 5 to 5:15 p.m. And then 6 o'clock Bhatti will start, followed by Hindi series, English series. So now let's remember, let's listen to Ramchandra Bhaiji and then we'll remember Baba. So he will speak in Hindi, so get translation, select the English language to get the translation.
ओम शांति। इलाहाबाद कुंभ मेला में मनोरमा दीदी का निमंत्रण था कि वहाँ पर बहुत बड़ा बाबा का स्टॉल बना हुआ था, तो उन्होंने मुन्नी दीदी का रिक्वेस्ट किया था आप कुछ भाइयों को सेवा के लिए भेजेंगे, तो हमें दीदी ने चांस दिया था वहाँ जाने के लिए। तो हम यहाँ से कॉटेज के 4 भाई लोग कुंभ मेला के लिए गए थे। तो वहाँ हमने देखा भारतवर्ष के जितने भी बड़े बड़े साधु संत थे, महामंडलेश्वर थे, जिन्होंने हिमालय के गुफा में कई अन्य गुफाओं में से तपस्या करते थे, वो सभी साधु संत सब बहुत बड़े बड़े स्टॉल लगा करके अपना ज्ञान का प्रचार प्रसार कर रहा था। और वहाँ जाते समय हमने ये देखा कि भक्ति में लोग कितना तन्मयता से एकाग्र होकर भगवान को खोजने के लिए, उनसे मिलने के लिए कितना तर्पण है उन्हों के पास। इतना रास्ते में इतना भीड़ कि सेंटर से जहाँ पर कुंभ का मेले में अपना स्टॉल लगा हुआ था बाबा का, सिर्फ 15 किलोमीटर दूरी तय करने के लिए लगभग 5 घंटे हमें देना पड़ा। इतना ट्रैफिक, इतना भीड़, इतना क्राउड था। फिर जैसे तैसे हम पहुंचे वहाँ पे, तो वही नज़ारा देखने को मिला कि दुनिया में लोग अभी इतने भगवान से मिलने के लिए, भगवान को प्राप्त करने के लिए कितना लगा हुआ है। और वहाँ पे इस बारी कुंभ का ये महत्व है, जो 144 वर्ष के बाद, 144 ईयर्स के बाद ये नक्षत्र और ग्रह का मेल हुआ है। तो हमें ये मन में आया कि हमारा संयोग इतना अच्छा है, जो बाबा से मिलने का कितना अच्छा संयोग कब से मिला हुआ है, परंतु भक्त लोग का मन बुद्धि में ये है कि ये 144 वर्ष के बाद परमात्मा से मिलन, परमात्मा से हम ये कुंभ में
नहीं तो वहां पर गंगा स्नान के लिए जाते हैं लोग।
हाँ, वहाँ गंगा, जमुना और सरस्वती तीनों नदी का संगम है।
हाँ,
तो जो संगम का पॉइंट है वहां पे वो नहाते हैं। तो वहां नहाने से ये उसका महत्व ये है, वहां नहाने से हमें पूर्ण शुद्धि की प्राप्ति होगी, हमारे अंदर जो भी पाप है वो सारा धुल जाएंगे, ऐसा उसका मानना है। तो हम ये सारा नजारा देखे, वो सब कैसे कैसे भक्त लोग भीड़ में आकर के परमात्मा की प्राप्ति के लिए, अपना पाप धोने के लिए वहां संगम में स्नान करते हैं। तो हमें तो यही लगा, जो इन लोग माने कितना अपना सब कुछ न्यौछावर करके भीड़ में कितनी क्या क्या फेस करके समस्याएं, फिर वहां पहुंच करके स्नान करने जाते हैं। फिर उसके बाद हमने बनारस के तरफ गए थे, जो बाबा मुरली में कभी कहते हैं ना बच्चे, भक्ति में लोग काशी कलवट खाते हैं, वो काशी कलवट वहां पर है।
देखा आपने?
जी जी
अच्छा
जी,
एक कुआं बना हुआ है।
जी कुआं बना हुआ है, अभी कुआं को ऊपर से थोड़ा सा बंद किया हुआ,
बंद
आधा
किया हुआ।
जी। तो सब दिखाते हैं उसमें सारा, वहाँ जो पंडित है वो सारा बताते हैं। तो हमने देखा जो कैसे भक्ति में भी कितना अति भक्ति करते हैं, भगवान को पाने के लिए अपना बलिदान दे करके जो है मुक्ति पाने के लिए कितना क्या क्या प्रयत्न नहीं करते हैं। तो काशी कलवट देखा, फिर काशी विश्वनाथ जी में जो शिव बाबा का दर्शन के लिए, वहां पर भी काफी भीड़। तो बाबा का जो शिवलिंग का प्रतिमा है उसको दर्शन करने के लिए काफी लंबा लाइन, काफी लंबा लाइन। फिर वो दर्शन करने के बाद फिर वहां से हम अयोध्या में अभी अभी पिछले साल प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी उद्घाटन किए थे, रामचंद्र जी के
रामबाला
जी, रामलला की मूर्ति स्थापन किए थे, उसका उद्घाटन किया था। तो वहां भी हम लोग गए थे, वहां भी देखा, जहां भी जाए दीदी वहां भीड़ ही भीड़। तो हमें ऐसा अनुभूति हुआ कि जो बाबा कहते हैं बच्चे, अति के बाद अंत होगा। तो हर चीज में अभी अंत देखने को मिलता है, भक्ति में भी अति हो गया है,
अति
अति। धर्म के धार्मिक के ये धर्म में भी अति है, और एक पक्ष वाले अपना अपना ज्ञान सुनाते हैं। राजनीति में भी अति है, हर देश एक दूसरे से किसी का मिलना नहीं, ये नहीं। तो कहने का भावार्थ है हर चीज में, हर क्षेत्र में अति है,
क्योंकि अंत होने वाला है।
जी। तो बाबा यही कहते बच्चे, जब सब कुछ का अति होगा तो अंत होगी, और फिर अपना वही राज्य स्थापना होगा।
बहुत अच्छा
ओम
है।
शांति।
चलो आपने हमें भी दर्शन करा दिया तीनों जगह का। ओम शांति।
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti. So now let's remember Baba and take drishti from Didi.
हमें प्यार मिला ओ बाबा, पाई है सारी खुशियाँ। हमें प्यार मिला ओ बाबा, पाई है सारी खुशियाँ। जिंदगी खुशहाल हुई है, बाकी खुशहाल हुई है पाके तेरा दुल्हा हमें प्यार मिला ओ बाबा नैनों में है रूहानी नशा दिल में है तेरा प्यार नैनों में है रूहानी नशा दिल में है तेरा प्यार धड़कनों में समाया है बाबा तेरा खुमार हमें मिल ही गया ये जीवन का सार जिंदगी खुशहाल
Om Shanti, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti Didi, Om Shanti
Om
Om
Shanti. Thank you,
Shanti Didi.
Baba. Thank you, Didi.
Shanti Luciana.
Shanti
Shanti Baba. Good night.
Om Shanti. Om
Thank
Shanti
you,
Bhakti
Baba.
Parivar ki. Om Shanti Baba. Thank you, Baba. Thank you. Didi, thank you.
Have love for solitude and imbibe unity and concentration. Reveal the form of power of your gathering. Bab Dada wants every child to be seated on the seat of a stable and elevated stage, to be in solitude, to be bodiless, to be bodiless, to be one who establishes unity, to belong to the one, and to be an incarnation of economy. Understand each other's ideas and give them regard. While signaling one another, have an exchange amongst you and reveal the form of power of your gathering. Because the power of unity in your gathering will be instrumental in bringing the whole Brahmin family together in a gathering.
एकांत प्रिय बनो, एकता और एकाग्रता को अपनाओ। संगठन की शक्ति का स्वरूप प्रत्यक्ष करो। बाप दादा चाहते हैं कि हर बच्चा एक रस श्रेष्ठ स्थिति के आसनधारी, एकांतवासी, अशरीरी, एकता स्थापक, एक नामी, एको नामी का अवतार बने। एक दो के विचारों को समझ सम्मान दे, एक दो को इशारा दे, लेन देन कर आपस में संगठन की शक्ति का स्वरूप प्रत्यक्ष करें, क्योंकि आपके संगठन के एकता की शक्ति सारे ब्राह्मण परिवार को संगठन में लाने के निमित्त बनेंगी। ओम शांति।